Jambo. Jambo is Swahili Zulu name. Like one of my friends says, Africa is not a country. Africa is a continent. There is been languages that always travel between each country, and Jambo is a language that most African countries understand. Jambo means say hello. Jambo there will represent come and say hello to every other person in Australia, in WA, and get to know what culture they represent.
Certainly also looking forward to Jambo 2017 on the 25th of February at Stirling Gardens. Yeah, Jambo 2017 will be a festival, a small festival of African music and culture, and everyone should come out and see that event.
Like this Organization of African Communities are having their event on the 25th of February, which is Jambo Africa, as a way of how can we celebrate the diversity within the African communities here in Perth, and even coming along to something like that, learning about cultures that you don't know about. This is a way that we can move forward, and vice versa. There's such a richness in Perth, and so I think we've got a great opportunity to showcase that and start actually working together and celebrating difference and being comfortable with allowing multiple perspectives, not always thinking about, how does this affect me and my own, but opening our minds a little bit. And I think that this is a great opportunity for us to do it, and we're certainly in the right city for this to happen.
Africa is a very diverse continent, and Western Australia, African population continues to increase. And we cannot serve the entire African community in WA, but equally we need a very huge representation to work with. So it's important for us because it means that we are reaching out, we are following our objectives, and we're doing what we're supposed to do. There's an amazing future out there for the Organization of African Communities in Western Australia, because a lot of people are believing what we're doing. There are actions, there are great things being done that never happened before. So we got a very great future, and you could see the amount of commitments from pastors, from community leaders, and other great people that, look, we like what you're doing, and we're going to work with you in 2017.
The most fantastic thing is that people like Joe and some of his committee have sort of really taken the next step in building self-resilience, in lifting their own communities and the greater African community to greater heights. And this is done by means of projects and by putting together programs that the youth can understand, guided by their elders and guided by the local government service providers as to how to do it here in WA and how to take that next step. And then, look, these youth and champions that we develop then show the way for the next ones to come. Police and other government departments cannot do it on their own. So the community leaders, if we teach them correct and they show powerful leadership, then the effect flows down so that the community themselves learns, and in particular the youth. And that stems not just from the leadership group, but down through the families. But your African and your Middle Eastern brothers and sisters are not unalike to you, and basically give them a chance to prove that they also want to become mainstream, and they can provide a lot of rewards. We don't want them to lose their traditions. We don't want them to lose their nationality. We want them to become part of the broad tapestry of Perth. Australia is really multicultural and will continue to be so, like the rest of the world. And I think Perth is a beautiful city that has a chance to adopt it and really show the flavours that are on display.
We're going to have several African artists performing. We're going to have cultural performances. We're going to have some stalls. We're going to have the kids' family playing groups, some events there, competitions. We're going to even have church choirs coming to sing their cultural traditional dances. Very, very fruitful event. The event is in City of Stirling because it's a very ideal spot. We got the train there, we got the bus there, we got parking there, so that the last Jambo Festival we had a lot of logistics issues. But this time, no complaint, everybody is welcome. Please come and show us what you got. Every country should be represented. You can contact me on OSE or on direct. You can ring my number. My number is 0407754953. One more time, 0407754953. Every community must be represented, please. The event is gonna start around 4 o'clock till late 8 o'clock in the night. We wanna make sure every person gets enough time to avail themselves up, because most of us work during the morning hours, and in the afternoon is very good for family businesses. So this is the correct time for it. It's important for our younger generation to know our culture, because being in Australia, they get to forget exactly where they come from. And things like Jambo Festival, it does showcase exactly what they represent, even if they haven't been in it, but it does dwell in the mind of, as they grow up, they always remember this event used to be there, and this is what they used to do, this is what they used to say, and things like that.